Hello, in this video, I'm going to go over what Miss Ellie's been working on, and she's such a sweet girl, and I've just enjoyed working with both her and Clara. Good. So some of these behaviors I know you already worked on with Sarah, but I just kept reinforcing them. We spent a lot of our time just out walking, like going out and doing walks. We didn't spend as much time on, going through all the basic commands, but you should keep working on them. Both the girls really enjoyed training. I feel like their confidence has grown. When they first got here, you could tell they were really anxious. If I had them apart too much, they would be making lots of vocalizations. And now I feel like they're very comfortable playing with the other dogs. Miss Ellie, for one, has come out of her shell. She seemed a little fearful of the other dogs at first, standoffish. Sometimes she would kind of, nip at them. And she doesn't always want to play, not the same way Clara does. Clara's, up for games and playing all the time. But she tolerates everyone and she does play. So, it does concern me, them having choke chains on, and I would advise against using them just because it's not going to help them be less anxious, right? So if we put a choke chain and it's, cutting off their air supply, or when they do start vocalizing, if we're tightening up on it, it can really dig into their necks and when they're pulling, so all those things are going to cause more anxiety instead of less. And we want to do our best to help them become really confident dogs, and they don't feel like they need to do the big vocalizations, and that they can look to us and trust us to guide them. So I have been using the Easy Walk. This is what I have been using. But, I was just thinking if it came down to like this was too difficult for you guys to put on and you just really would prefer a collar, this is called a Comfort Flex. It would only be for walking, but it just goes, over the head, right? And it snugs up a little bit, but it stops. So it won't keep digging into the neck. Good girl. Good girl. So this might be an option for you if you do not want to use the harness. I want to show you how I put on the harness. So I usually will get a treat out, and I'll have the treat, and I'll just, she's like, okay. See, I put the treat right on her nose so that then I can put the harness right over her and attach it. She's eating the cookie right now. Now, I just have her. I don't have her sister sitting here with me, so I'm sure that makes a difference. So you might have one in the kennel and the other one out, or have one practicing doing a sit-stay. You put the harness on here, and then you do the other dog. Ellie. Good girl. Good girl, Ellie. So as far as jumping up and that sort of stuff goes, if they jumped up on me, I turn away and ignore it. I try to give no feedback for jumping up. Also, when they're in their crates, I feel like maybe a little more with Clara, but if she was like, like all pumped up, and if she was barking or pawing at the crate, I wouldn't let her out. So I would just stand there, and sometimes I would take a step back from the crate, and I'm just waiting for her to offer more of a calm down behavior, right? And if she would, then I would let her out. If it seemed too hard for her, I would ask for a sit or maybe a watch me while she's in her crate. And if she could just get 4 paws on the floor and be there quietly, again, I would then let her out of the crate. But I'm not letting them out if they're howling, if they're scratching. I want some version of calm, okay? Ellie, come. Exploring. Ellie! Ellie! There we are. Okay. Good girl. All right, so I'm going to run through the behaviors we've been working on. So we have watch me. Ellie, watch me. Yes. So on the watch me, she does not have to sit. It is just purely looking at eye contact. It's one of those behaviors that's very easy, but if we can get our dogs to look at us and focus on us, they're not taking in everything else out in the environment. So we're getting good focus. So hand cue is fist to chin. Ellie, watch me. Yes, good girl. So I'm treating her right now, but all the behaviors, as she's doing really well at them, we can start to combine them and do several behaviors for one treat. So Ellie, touch. Good girl. And I think you guys had already started touch, but it is a very nice one. Touch. Good girl. So touch is nose to palm. Touch. Yes. Good girl. So for her, I have a mixture of kibble for sensitive tummies, and then chicken jerky that I'm using, and that's about it. If we go out walking, I'll bring the string cheese for her because she really loves that. She did not want any other treats on the walk. Okay, so we have sit, down, good girl, watch me. Good, and touch, touch, yes, good girl. Good. We also added in the stand. So I'll come sideways so you can see it. Sit, stand. Yes. So stand we didn't work on a ton, but whoops, leave it. Chicken. Ellie, sit. So stand is going from a sit position or a down position and just standing up on all fours. So I'm gonna go ahead and lure her on the next one. I'm gonna put a little treat in my hand. Ellie, watch me. Ellie, stand. Yes. So I'm looking at her back legs come up right there. Good girl, Elle. Sit. Stand. Yes. So that way she's not holding it, so I'm gonna get the treat out to help her. Yes, right there. Reward her again. Good girl. Ellie, sit. Watch me. You got it. Down. Good girl. Good girl. And stand. Yes. Good. All right. So, recap. We got watch me. Sit. Down, and you can look down if you need to go a little lower. That's okay. Good girl. Touch. Just putting your hand out. Good girl. And stand. So stand, you come right at nose level. You probably still need a treat in your hand for that, and that's okay. And then all these behaviors, I would like her to be able to start doing more of them on walks. She's pretty distracted, but I can get some sits, I can get some downs, I can get very short stays. Ellie, leave it. Good girl. So we'll do a stay. Ellie, sit. Good girl. Stays, like stop sign. Stay. Now I don't go too far away from her, but I'm gonna just kind of move around her. Good, and on the stay, I'm gonna come back and reward. Good, watch me. Stay. Good. Good. Okay. Okay, good girl. She's like, I got it. Okay, y'all. So on this day, I'll kind of go away, come back. Go away, come back. And when it's over, I release her, I pat my leg twice and say, okay, and that means it's over. As she's doing better, I'm gonna slowly add in more distance, right? Can I go further away? Distractions. So if we're outside, there's lots of distractions, right? Just being outside. So we have distance, distractions, and duration. And so we go, can she hold a 10-second stay, a 2-second stay? What are you doing, right? So we want to build all those things up. We want to train them all separately, right? And then eventually put them together. So if I'm working outside and the distractions are high, I'm not going to go far away, right? I'll just stay with her, but because distractions are big, and maybe we'll do a little duration. Ellie, come. Good girl. We'll do one more stay. Sit. Good girl. Down. Good. Watch me. Stay. If I was doing a stay with her and she started looking around, I would probably ask for a watch me just to get her focus. So you can do whatever right here. I'm just like, oh, I'm not always looking at you. I might have to talk to another person. I'm gonna come back and reward her. Good girl. Good girl. If you were working the girls, watch me. Watch me. What do you hear? Okay, so I can tell, like, you see her head tilting, like she hears something. So she was holding it. I was trying to ask her to watch me to keep her focus. But if I can tell I'm losing her, I wanted to end it before she got up and ended it. She must have heard some little noise. Just wanted to make sure. I will do a loose leash walking video with you coming up. And that is it for now. Okay.